So what is up, guys? Today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. I have a G7X, and what happens is the windscreen, well, sorry, not the windscreen, but the microphone ends up picking up a lot of wind noise. So I'm gonna show you how to create a homemade wind muff. I don't think that they sell any in particular for this camera. So I went to Walmart and I got a few things. I'm gonna show you guys how to make one for the G7X for under $5. Alright, so you're gonna need to get some double-sided tape. I think I have the brand. You're gonna need to get some tape. This is the tape that I got. It's made by Scotch. It's double-sided. This was a 2-pack. Came with 2 tapes. What it is it's sticky on both sides. So that way you can stick it to the camera, and you can stick whatever material you're mounting to the camera. So the next step, you're gonna want to find a good material. I was up late and I was looking around Walmart, and me and Josh found this material right here. Has a flat bottom. I don't know, it'd make a really cool rag, like a coat, like an old 70s coat. Maybe someone would use this there. But it has this bottom texture that's kind of like durable. So I picked up, I want to say, like 3 inches wide by 6 foot long, because that's the way they were selling it. It ended up costing me 79 cents. I have the rest of it here. Where's that price tag? Where's the price tag? One piece, 79 cents. Alrighty, so I'll have enough mics to last me a lifetime, or mic covers. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is, you can see here I have a little bit of residue left over from the last mic, which was this one. Not there. So I'm going to go ahead and just, use my nail, remove it. Some rubbing alcohol probably wouldn't be bad if you put it like on a cotton ball. But usually if you just, get some friction going, you could end up rubbing it off really easy. Nice and smooth. Clean. So what I like to do first is I like to measure this and make sure that this is the same size, and it's going to cover all those holes right there. See the 3 holes, or sorry, the 4 holes, 5 holes. Wow. You want to make sure that it's long enough and wide enough to cover those. So I think I already pre-cut this, so I know it's going to work. But you're going to plug that right on top of there. And the difference with this material, I found this at Walmart, like I said, and the difference between this material and this material is it's a lot easier. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of different texture right there. Well, that's the surface that mounted to the camera. Well, it's not really that great because it kind of falls apart if you overuse it. And let's say you're outside getting a very windy shot and it's not, mounted to the camera 100%. It's going to start to, blow off. So the first thing I like to do is grab a piece of tape. I'm not going to use this piece because it's dirty. But grab a piece of tape, and you're going to want to try to touch this as minimal as possible because there is oil on your fingers. I don't know if you can see that, but just from me touching it, you can kind of see. And what I do is I lay this piece of tape on there, and I cover up the holes. That's where you have to be very meticulous with what you're doing right now. And it's kind of going to take a little bit of getting used to. But with a razor blade, what you're going to want to do is apply just the right amount of pressure to cut through the tape. Oh, see, it's not pressed down enough. To cut through the tape, but not scratch the camera. If you did it right, oh, see, I didn't go deep enough. If you did it right, it'll come up like that. So That was the first side because it was, you know, bleeding over into the flash. Now, we still have our holes that we have covered. If we don't cut those out, then what we'll end up doing is not getting any audio through there. You can see that they're right here's 3, and here's 1, and here's 1. So what I like to do is, to make it easier on myself, rather than having to cut individual holes, is I just cut 2 lines down the sides, either side of each hole, all the way down. Like so. And I lift that strip out like that. I like using the corners of the razor blade because my fingernails aren't as pointed. So then you'll end up with something like this. See how the holes are exposed? That's exactly what you want. You're done with the razor blade. If you're not careful, you'll get some double stick tape to you. This stuff can become pretty hairy. Alright, so this is what I used. And what I did was I just, you know, I cut off a section and I trimmed it down to this. Obviously, you can see it's like a lot longer. So I just molded me something that seems a little bit more comparable, or yeah, a little bit more comparable to deal with than, you know, having that big fuzzy piece. Now what you're going to want to do is make sure that you place it on there and you cover up those holes. You want to press down really firmly. Make sure that, because we really didn't press down on the tape, from the tape to the camera, and then you're also going to want to press down even harder to make sure that the tape gets to the fabric material stuff. And you just fluff it up. And that's it. That's how you make a homemade windscreen for the G7X. It kind of looks funny because it looks like a looks like an old guy with a, you know, bald head where he has the long hair in the middle, or sorry, a widow's peak. But that's pretty much it for the video. You'll notice that the quality of your audio is going to sound a lot better, and the reason why I trimmed it down so much is because whenever you're, you know, you have the camera like this and you're trying to watch the screen or look at the screen, with it being taller and fluffier, it tends to get in the way. So just imagine if like it was that fluffy and you're trying to look at the screen. It really wouldn't work out. So you trim it down, you get it to the right size. You don't want to go any much smaller than this, because it will, you know, decrease the quality of blocking the wind. But other than that, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back with some more videos later.